Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Psychic Cup in the Great Lake, and let's try to get some wins. So we're going to be running the Malamar paired with the Claydol in the back and the Slowbro, Galarian Slowbro lurking in the back. We see a Giraffe Rig here in the lead. We're going to stay in as we're going to be able to pressure this Shadow Giraffe Rig, and we do grab a shield from our opponent. They are going to throw a move. Troll Blade does get revealed. We're going to switch out of there and then go into the Slowbro. They switch out into their Claydol. It is a good counter to the Slowbro, but we are going to be able to get to this brutal swing. It does, 20% right there. And we're going to be able to get to another brutal swing. It will not KO, but it will get it low enough for a potential farm down by something. So we're going to allow this to go through. Scorching Sand does get revealed, and we have no choice but to go in with our own Claydol at this point, I believe. Unless we want to waste our energy. We decide to go in here with the Claydol, farm it down, come out with energy advantage, and we see the Giraffe Rig come back in. Giraffe Rig here is always going to be shielded because we have the opportunity to switch out of this situation. Our opponent does get farmed down, which is good for us. And then we see that they have their own Slowbro. So this is a favorable situation for us. We're going to get this Scorching Sand to go off, and we get the debuff. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Claydol in the back. Luckily, the Claydol was a good counter for their backline. But I think MVP right there was the Malamar grabbing that shield early against the Giraffe Rig. All right, we got the Chimeco versus the Malamar. Not a great situation for them, so they switch out into the Rapidash, and then we are able to counter them with our Slowbro. Here, we're going to let this go and ends up beat the Mega Horn, which is fine, which prompts us to use this Brutal Swing because they're going to be able to get to the Body Slam quickly. They decided to let it go and go for the Chimeco farm down. But because we did have some residual energy, we are able to throw the Brutal Swing. We get them into the low yellow. Our opponent here is building up a ton of energy. Potential Shadow Ball goes through here. We're going to shield here, and we do shield the correct Shadow Ball. We're going to fire off this Foul Play here to apply the pressure. It's going to get the shield or it's going to get the KO. They decided to let it go, and they have their own Malamar in the back. So we got to win this game here. Down a shield with our own Malamar and a Claydol lurking in the back. We do grab that shield, so that's good. Our opponent here is going to throw a Foul Play. This Foul Play will get us pretty low, so we're not going to allow that to happen because we can get to another Foul Play here. The thinking is getting this shield or getting it low enough so that our Claydol in the back can win us the game. So nice timing by my opponent. They are going to throw this Foul Play right before we get to ours. This is going to KO our own Malamar, and now it comes down to Claydol versus a Malamar. We can tank one Foul Play. Let's see if we're going to be able to get to another one. We do sneak in that extra Mud Slap, and we do get the win. So GG's to our opponent. That was a good calculation by us. Getting the Malamar to get their own pretty low enough that our Claydol can just farm with the fast move. All right, Malamar versus the, what is that? Armarogue. We haven't seen this Pokemon at all this entire time, so interesting Pokemon to use. We do grab a shield early. We're gonna allow the first one to go through. Okay, actually shield here so that we can get to the next move. They do get the attack boost, and they are able to win the CAP tie, so that was interesting. Here we go. We got the Claydol here to try to farm down. We get the switch out. And then here we're going to apply the pressure. We're going to go for the Shadow Ball. This is going to get the shield or it's going to get the KO. Our opponent here does elect to let it go. So it doesn't quite KO, but it allows us to farm it down. We see the Koopa lurking in the bag, and they are able to just chunk away with their fast move. So it looks like this team here is just a lot of fast move pressure. Unfortunately, the Slowbro didn't really have a place to go, especially with Chimeco and Koopa lurking in the back. This Slowbro had a very, very tough time winning the backline. So GG's to our opponent, unable to win that game. If we, in hindsight, obviously we wanted the Malamar against those backline Astonish users, but it was close. It was close. All right. Here we go. We got the Malamar versus the Claydol here. We're going to stay in and we're going to throw this foul play. This foul play here does get shielded, which is good for us. The Claydol can tank one, so interesting that they did shield it early. Okay, they do get the debuff, and that's a little bit unfortunate. We are going to apply the pressure again. This foul play here is not going to KO, especially since it is debuffed. But we're going to try to get them to use some energy. So we think that they're relatively energy dry here, so we're going to go into our own Claydol looking for the farm down. Okay, we do get the farm down. That's really good for us. What do they have in the back here? Chimecho lurk in the back is going to be interesting. Let's see if they shield here or let this go. We're going to apply the full power here. Shadow Ball does get shielded, and our opponent is forced to use some energy here, so we're going to allow this one to go through. They go for the side shock bait, so we do snip out a bait. Our opponent does have the Malamar in the back. This Malamar here is going to apply the pressure, throwing the foul play. We're going to shield here because we want to try to build up to at least close to 2. I don't know if we're going to get to 2, but we're trying to get this low enough so that we can potentially farm or something. Okay, we do get the CAP tie here, I believe. We're going to go for this brutal swing. It doesn't take out the Malamar, so that was a little bit unfortunate. Here we're going to... Okay, we get farmed down. We were trying to switch out of that situation, and it looks like we are able to get to a move. We could have gone for the Shadow Ball right there, but we didn't know we had that energy, and unfortunately, we lose because we do not go for the Shadow Ball. So, GG's to our opponent. They still had a little bit of health in the back, so I don't know if it would have mattered because we still need a 1 mud slap to go through against their Malamar, I believe. Alright, next game, let's see what we find. We got the terrible lead here, and we're going to switch on to the Slowbro versus this Rapidash. They come back in with their own Slowbro, so that is not a counter to the Slowbro. We have the energy advantage, and we should be good here because we are going to be able to match shields and either take out this Slowbro or force them to switch out. Let's see what happens next here. They are going to allow this next Buddha swing to go through. So that means that we're going to allow it to go through as well. We know that this is going to be tricky here. Switch timers are up. Going to make sure we don't have our move caught. Okay, we build up energy. We switch out into the Claydol. Claydol versus the Malamar. We can tank one move like we learned earlier. Foul play does get us into the low yellow. We're going to go for this Shadow Ball. As soon as we have it, this is going to get the shield or it's going to get the KO. They decide to shield, forcing them to use some energy here. So we know they're relatively energy dry. This is going to take out the Claydol, and now we have our own Malamar. Malamar has to win us the game here with the shield. Luckily, we are going to be able to build some energy here. We're going to throw this foul play here. They do catch it onto their Rapidash. However, the Rapidash didn't really want to tank that foul play, to be honest. So we know that we can just shield here. Ends up being the body slam. Oh, man. Okay, so we are going to have some residual energy, and we're going to throw this foul play here relatively early because we don't want to tank any more neutral fast move pressure. They go for the foul play immediately, and we are going to be able to survive this because we're still in the green. And now it's a race. Can we get to this foul play before they get to their move? And yes, we do. So let's see if this is going to KO this Malamar from this range. It's really close. Yes, it does. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Malamar in the back. That our Malamar with the shield with a little bit of energy advantage took home the win. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.